Well, we're back to our sauce, and the portobello mushrooms are going in now. Here's this. You got your peppers, your onions, roasted garlic, portobello mushrooms. Nice hot pan. Look, we're on high temperature, remember? We're gonna let that go. I'm gonna give it a little salt and pepper to help bring out some of the extra flavors. Remember, I like to use the white pepper and salt blend, but you can certainly pull out your pepper mill at this point. Crushed red pepper also. Keep your eye on that while it's cooking. Okay, cacciatore time, huh? Peppers, onions, mushrooms. All right, let's get a little parsley in there. A little basil. Okay. Rough chop. I actually put a little bit of arugula in here too. I like doing that. We're going to wilt that arugula down. Fresh basil. Can be the cacciatore sauce. Here we go again. Remember we talked about using red wine as part of the base of the sauce? It's braised traditionally in a red wine sauce. So red wine's going to go in there. I'm going to check the chicken breasts in the oven. Let's pull them out. All right. Nice golden brown. You see that? Nice crispy skin. We're going to flip those over now. Speaking of flip them over, we'll keep rolling our roasted corn in the oven. Let the oven do the work for you. That's what I love about cooking. Once I do the prep, if I manage the controls on the temperature and everything, the oven does the work. I can't get no satisfaction from the Rolling Stones in the background here. All right, here we go. Here goes the wine. Don't want to put too much. I'm going to say half a bottle. Whoa. Slow down on the wine or have backup. Okay, again, a little bit of your homemade tomato sauce or anything from the store goes in. Just keep your eye on that. We're going to get everything mixed up there. And these days, you can buy your rich veal demi-glace. That's going to go in there also. Just want to really enhance the flavor of that final sauce for the chicken cacciatore. The veal demi-glace, you can buy it at the supermarket now. Before, it was only made in real kitchens, like the ones that I've always worked at. It's a 3-day process. Let's keep our eye as we mix this up. This is going to go with the chicken. Keep it on high. We want it to cook rapidly and reduce the wine. So let that go. Keep your eye on it. Another thing we want to add, remember the basil pesto I told you that I make up ahead of time? I put it into the ice cube tray. You can see the olive oil here, the green, deep green color of that. That's the basil, the pine nuts, the garlic, the parmesan. So that's going to go in. We want to make sure we get every bit of that in there. So we'll use a spatula here. High heat rubber spatula. All of that goes in. Keep your eye on that as it melts into the cacciatore sauce. Stir this up good. Okay. You can see that deep, rich red wine color. That's going to really be an intense flavored sauce. Okay, let's go over here. Back here, I've got a couple cups of water or chicken stock. Tonight it's water because I'm not making stock tonight. I'm going to bring it to a boil. You can see I've got about a half of a stick of butter in there. Pull this right up front. This is going to be the accompaniment for the chicken cacciatore. We're going to make some polenta. So get that boiling now, your water. For those who, yeah, look at that cacciatore sauce bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Look at it go. Yeah, mushrooms. Let me stir it around here. We can see what we got going on. Peppers, onions, mushrooms, red wine, herbs, pesto. Yeah, yeah. That's chicken cacciatore for sure. I'm back at my bottle of wine. Got my glass of wine. I want to give a cheers out to my film crew, Nellie Lemon. Good old Nellie. She said, let me give her one. Nellie's over here looking at me like she ain't going to get any. This is what they call a Nellie pour For those of you that know Nellie, this is Nellie's pour right here. Don't give her a half a glass, a small glass. Don't matter what size glass, make sure it's a full glass. Here's a cheers. Cheers to Nellie. Salute, Nellie. Now I'll kill the rest of the bottle.
Cheers.
All right, there we go. So we're having a good time here at the bungalow in Costa Rica. I know you guys are staying home doing the right thing. We don't want to talk about that, we want to talk about food. Okay, this is going to be the base for our polenta. Let me tell you about polenta. Polenta is, and here it is for you to take a look at. For those of you that don't know, it's cornmeal. It's ground cornmeal. In the South, you would call it grits, right? Grits? It's polenta in Italy, or, you know, as it's known around the world, maïs moulé in Creole, okay? That means ground corn. So what we're gonna basically do, I was lucky enough to find some instant polenta, because if any of you have ever made grits before from scratch, you know that it takes 20, 30, even a little bit more, a few minutes than that. This is gonna be an instant batch that we can make really quick, okay? So we're gonna leave that on the table. And as our cacciatore sauce continues to cook, we're gonna stir it, keep it going. We'll finish the seasoning at the end. But again, see the floating mushrooms, the peppers, the onions. Yeah, this is dinner tonight. Again, chicken cacciatore. Keep your eye on your chicken. Speaking of chicken cacciatore, and for Sarah, here's the roasted corn you want to know about, right? Let's pull it out and get some light on the subject. See how it's starting to brown up? That tahini is looking good in there. It's gonna need a little more time, so let that go. Here's your chickens. Look at that nice crispy skin. Like I said, we're gonna braise this right in the sauce. So I'm gonna take the chicken breast now. I'm gonna smother them. Look at this, how we're just smothering this with the peppers and onions and mushrooms and all of that. Next one goes in. But here we go. We want to just smother it in there. It's gonna literally braise. There, this extra cooking liquid, I'm gonna put it right in on top. You want all the flavor of that chicken in that same pan. If we had kept some wine, I would splash this, or deglaze it, it's called, and add the wine, but me and Nellie are drinking it all. So that's not gonna happen. So remember, deglazing, you wanna get rid of the fat, deglaze it with some wine that'll pick up any of the fawn, and which is the bits of flavor. Look at this going. Come on. This is in lemon zest, Ted's Kitchen. Okay, here we go. This is gonna finish in the oven, braised, right in its own sauce. No oven lights here. So here we go, let's start. Check out the water here. We got the water going for our polenta. Remember, I chose instant polenta. Here, I'm gonna move it over so you get a better shot of it over here. We'll turn this burner off. You want a rapid boil on this before you start pouring the cornmeal in. Water and butter I used. Remember, this is instant. Ooh, let's turn this down. Yeah, you don't want to burn the place down. If ever anything is too hot, pull it away from the stove. Let's do this off of the fire. And we're going to slowly pour that cornmeal in. Instant polenta. Instant grits. Make sure there's no lumps in there. If you have a whisk, use a whisk. You don't want lumpy. See that lump? We're going to get rid of those. Okay, so just keep your eye on your polenta here. You want no lumps. So let's pull it off the fire, like I said, and work on getting rid of the lumps. If you got a traditional whisk at home, that works great too. And for those of you that know me, on any given night, I'm always cooking. Ever since 1980, I've been doing this at night. So it's a joy to be at home, spend it with my lovely wife, Nellie, and stay safe. Spend quality time at home. This will help get rid of some of the blues that's going on. Everybody being bummed out. All right, I'm gonna just wipe this up nicely without lighting my towel on fire, which I've done in the past. All right, So the polenta, here it is. Take a look at it. Once you get it nice and smooth, you want to stir, stir, stir. Be careful with this stuff. See it popping and bubbling. Keep your eye on that. You're going to see those bubbles bubbling up like a volcano. You don't want that stuff to come out and stick on you, so manage it carefully. Okay? So keep your eye on your bubbling polenta. Remember, I chose instant, so it would get ready fast. I didn't want to wait the 20, 30, 40 minutes. Okay? Look at that. That's starting to look really nice. I've added butter, and I want to get this nice and whipped up and smooth. Again, polenta, creamy polenta. This would go great with a beef bolognese, anything of a stewed nature, anything stewed with a rich red wine sauce and polenta, fantastic to accompany it with. Remember, salt and pepper, can't forget that. So I'm going to season that with salt and pepper, and then we're going to see how our flavors are. Keep your eye on that real quick as it bubbles up, and don't remember, we don't want to get burned, but let's see what's going on here. Okay, now remember, we're going to add cheese to this. Cheese is salty, so let's go easy on the salt. We can always add more salt, but you can't take it out. Remember, I've got a blend of Parmesan here, Asiago, your traditional grated cheese blend, and then we're going to come in with Pecorino Romano. Give it a real bite, a sharp bite to it. It's going to go great with the chicken. So at the end here, you can see no temperature. Let's go ahead and stir in this Pecorino Romano, Asiago, and Parmesan blend. Get it nice and smooth. You can see there's any lumps. We're going to mash them out. You want nice, smooth, creamy polenta. At this point, you can certainly, go the shrimp and grits or something else if you want to go Cajun or anything else like that. But tonight it's the chicken cacciatore dinner. Okay, I'm gonna get another spoon and let me give it a taste here. You know what? We'll keep doing this. Just dump it all in here. Right here. There's the rest of that Pecorino Romano in there. That's gonna probably finish this up. Cheesy, ooey gooey, look. Look at that stuff, the way it pours off the spoon. Polenta. All right, let me give it a final taste. Oh, man. That is good. So you're basically done here. Your polenta, remember, use instant if you can find it. It takes a lot less time. Make sure it's smooth. Whether it's with a spoon or a whisk, you want no lumps in that polenta. Move it all around. Look at this. Oh, there's a lump. Let's get rid of it. Yeah, but look at this. You can tell there's cheese in there. You can just tell. Looks almost like a cheese fondue. We put enough cheese in there that this polenta is going to be right on spot. Well, you know what that means. Now that the polenta's done, let's get our plates ready. The chicken's been braising in the oven. And then, let's bring the chicken out and see what's going on here. Alright, I'm going to check our roasted corn. Sarah, that's roasted corn. Color, it's cooked. At this point, look at that corn. Look at the colors on there. Let that, look at those colors, please. Roasted corn, that's how easy it is. You roast it in the oven, you season it first, and then you're gonna just let it cool down, and then you'll cut it directly off of the cob. All right? We got a hot burner here. I want to make sure I get my cacciatore. And let's see this coming out of the oven. Now, let's look at this. Look at those chicken breasts. Smothered and covered. I'm going to just continue to baste this down. The mushrooms, the peppers, the onions. Your braised, herb marinated roasted chicken. Again, thighs are great for this dish. They stay moist, so we're not going to overcook our chicken breast. Look at the portobello mushroom. Check everything out here. This is for my friend Jim in Huntington Beach, California. Jim, check it out. Chicken cacciatore. We miss you, Jim. We miss everybody. So anybody I didn't mention, we love you guys all. And we're cooking. We can't wait to get back to the U.S. Visit everybody. Final taste. Chef's trick. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, let's turn this down to a low simmer. And I'm going to add a pinch, just a pinch of salt and pepper. This is going to be... All right, so to plate your cacciatore, get your wine glass near your plate. Nellie's is here. Beautiful. You can do it on the side or on top. You decide, you know, if you don't like your food on top of the other one. Oh man. Can you smell that cheese in there? Oh my gosh. For you cheeseheads, this polenta's for you. Although I'm a Buccaneer fan, so don't be coming around here no more, okay? No more cheeseheads. And then look, I just can't. Yeah, look, we gotta just focus in on this for a minute. I'm gonna do a fast reduction of that sauce. I wanna finalize that. But you can see the peppers, the onions, the portobellos, the herbs, the red wine, the veal demi. That's cacciatore. All right, so burn the house down again. There we go. Let's get some photos of that. Look at that, how that lays right on top of that cheesy polenta. Okay, again, here's our sauce. Let's take one more look at the sauce under the light. Nice and thick. Gravy, if you want to call it that. Check your final seasonings. And then your herb roasted chicken breast. Look at that. Let's clean the plate up a little bit so we have a nice presentation for our guests. Oh, we don't have any guests. We don't have any guests. It's me and Nellie, but we're okay. We want y'all to stay good. Here you go, guys. Let's get this out of the way. Chicken cacciatore, lemon zest test kitchen 2020. Stay tuned. We got more stuff coming up. All right.